case she steals another orphan, in 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 case she steals another orphan.
Mr. Susan with Synth Gimp. You know, first thing about the song is the vocals, and I like them. I like the style they were done in. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. I mean, I'm not sure if start and stop sounds right, but that's the way it sounded to me. It's kind of like quick, kind of right off the lines and stop abruptly, then start quickly again, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's sort of the only way I could think that the lyrics would work with that, that kind of a riff. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky trying to weave some vocals into some of our stuff, but
yeah, no kidding.
But that was it's kind of a repetitive. That's the most repetitive point in the song, so you can kind of just get some, quick fire, vocals in there.
Right on. And there's that, and I noticed the bass was like not as prominent. I mean, I could still hear it, but I feel it was cool. Is it like, at least from what my ears picked up, is it sounded like you're playing like a certain like chords with the bass. That makes any sense. Almost like a kind of Primus sort of style.
Well, when he's singing.
When he's singing, you can hear it faintly in the background.
Yeah, it's. I won't go into detail about which chord it is because that's really boring. But you're right. You're right. I just wanted to. Some percussive stabs with a few chords, I think, always add a little to the. It's kind of listening to it. It's kind of a little bit like being beaten up, almost, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We've got a nice rumble going on and a few stabs of stuff that repeat, and it is a little bit like being kicked in the head. It's not like I don't mean to kick anyone in the head.
Yeah.
It's actually really heavy-handed and really painful to play, which is unfortunate. But you're right. I've been doing that for years. It's a speciality.
Well, you know what? I really enjoyed it. So that was definitely not a knock. That's a good thing. I really enjoyed that. So, far as gigs going, have you guys played recent gigs? Do you guys have anything lined up? And with that being said, is the whole album gonna be able to? Are you guys gonna be able to play it like fully live, or is there anything where it's like more studio, or is it just like a flat out that can be played live, no problem?
No, everything that we put on an album, we play live.
Okay.
So no, there's nothing that we can't play live. So that's something we do. But no, there's we got 4 gigs coming up. We got one at the Bird's Nest in Deptford in London on the 18th. On the 18th, and then on the day after that, on the 19th, we're in Southend. And then the launch of the album, when it's going to go on all formats, disc and also on iTunes and Spotify and all the rest, will be on the 1st of April. at a venue that we spoke about earlier, the Road Trip and the Workshop,
Right.
with 3 other really excellent bands. A band called Exploded and You, another band called Zad, another band called DieX, which are a brand new band. We can send you some links to those if you wanna have a listen to them.
Yes, please do.
So they're all really worth checking out. And then we've got another gig in Croydon on the 8th.
Croydon, yeah.
So yeah, world tour got as far as Croydon. So yeah, at the moment the next four we've got, they're apart from the South End one, are reasonably local gigs. So we're gonna try to get out of town a little bit later in the year, perhaps in the summertime, play some further afield gigs in some different towns.
Are you gonna try to get into any festivals or?
Yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna see where we can get on. We haven't got anything confirmed yet. So if anyone's listening, it's got a festival that they'd like us to play at, that would be interesting.
That would be super cool, by the way. So we got time for one more song, and we're gonna play the title track to the album, and this is Popularity Contest, Mr. Susan. Dig this.
I'm just the kind of guy that everybody seems to mind. When you're least expecting it, I'll sneak up from behind. I need all your attention now, I need it really bad. If you're doing slightly worse than me, I'm always really glad. You'll always hear me coming even in a crowded bar. You'll try to move away from me but won't get very far. Welcome to my world, that mindless popularity contest. So good in my world, that mindless popularity contest. I'm dying to impress you now, my favorite occupation. What do you mean you have to leave? Your train is at the station. Stay right here and have a beer, don't ask about the wife. Listen while I boast about my fascinating life. My new girlfriend's expecting me, she's young and hot and Asian. Every time I talk to her it ends in litigation. It's getting late, I'm feeling great, you just want to get home. If I didn't take so many drugs I'd still be in the zone. Welcome to my world, that mindless popularity contest. So good in my world, that mindless popularity contest.
Mr. Susan popularity contest. Now, I really, really enjoyed the song. The guitar in it remind me somewhat from the '90s alternative. Just the not necessarily just a pitch, but just the sound. I'm fortunately I can't quite describe it, but that's what it reminded me of. Like I mean,
right. The end, the kind of like the guitar at the end is was what was the name of the thing? It was like an a copycat echo thing. It was like an old tape echo, the kind of thing that Hendrix would have used in the '60s, an original one that was in Alex's studio, Shrunken Head Studios in South London. If anyone's interested, and it's a really excellent, toy. Yeah, you can have hours of fun with that stuff.
It doesn't sound like it, but Al's studio is just full of vintage stuff. So pretty much all the mics and stuff and effects were done on really old bits of equipment.
Well,
but then obviously digitized, and I think we didn't he put a bit of theremin on it as well.
No, that was
Did he not do that?
not on that one. I don't know. He might have done. I can't remember now. It was on one of the tunes. It was quite a while ago. So yeah, no, we did do a lot of messing about and adding bits and pieces. So yeah, it gets a bit confusing after a while. You can't remember what you did on which track, but yeah, that copycat thing is quite. It makes quite an unusual sound.
Legendary.
Yeah,
a theremin. That's
it's quite an
kinda cool.
antique bit of kit.
You know what? Anyway, it made it sound really good, and like really, really enjoyed the lyrics. I mean, kind of fun, and you know, the thing is too is when you think of popularity contests, it's probably one of the things your parents tell you a million times. You don't need to dress like that. You don't need that because it's not a popularity contest. It's not a popularity contest. Yeah, right?
Yes, it is. About trimmed beards and everything.
Yeah.
That's not trimmed.
No.
Ends is trimmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, basically, the theme of the song is basically we've all got that one person that we occasionally bump into that we haven't seen for years.
Right.
That always comes up to you and says, "So, what are you doing for a job? And what are you doing about this?" And all they really want to find out is, "Am I earning more money than you? Am I more successful than you?" So that's kind of the main theme of that tune.
Right. What do you do? I'm an architect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only reason they're asking is so they can tee up what they're about to tell you that they're really successful and their life's going great.
Oh, that's
But
right, eh?
9 times out of 10, when they're telling you that, is because it's not really.
Exactly.
That's kind of the message of the song.
They're blowing hot air. So
Yeah.
either way, guys, thank you so much for joining me again. It's always a good time when we have you guys on the show, and you know, always remember the last few times, just because remember the very first time I interviewed you guys, we had Birds Without Hats and Room with No Windows, and I was like, well, no, you guys, because the songs are you guys these songs like really tripped out, and they're like, well, it may sound like the drug induced, but we don't do drugs, so kids don't do drugs. And I have backup to prove that as well. But it was.
No, we're breaking up a bit at this end. We can't quite hear what you're saying, but sure, it was great.
You owe yourself. The old classics.
Yeah, but guys, thank you so much for joining me again on the show. Like it's always a lot of fun when you guys are on. So we will be doing everything
Thanks for having us. Thanks for playing the music. Anyway.
Anytime. We'll do everything we can to
All the
promote.
best.
Thank you. Same to you, and we'll do everything we can to promote the album when it comes out April 1st.
Lovely.
All right. Well, you guys have a kick-ass night, and thank you so much for joining me. It's been a lot of fun.
And you. Take care.
All right.
All the best.
See you later.
Bye, guys. This has been Dr. Bones and my special guest, Mr. Susan. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Bones out.